Satnam, welcome back. If you haven't watched video number 1, go watch that one first and then come back. Why? Because you want to understand about the journey before you understand about the transformation. True? Okay. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I want to tell you how I can be sure that you're going to have a transformation. Okay. Number 1, you get to get really clear about what it is that you want transformed in your life right now. Do you know what that is? What is it that you want shifted, moved, transformed, up-leveled in your life? Okay. Usually it's energy, relationships, finances. Those are the things that I find over and over and over again. People tell me, I just don't have enough of one of those things. So the transformation I can promise you is that, first I have to tell you how I'm going to create that transformation for you. I'm sitting down, I'm not standing in front of a whiteboard or standing up talking at you. I'm sitting down so that you can feel loved and connected and encourage you to sit down and to truly be with me on this, okay? This journey of moment now, and expanding that now into your future. Okay. The transformational process, and I can tell you this because if you go on my site and you look at all the testimonials, you can see I've got everything from celebrities to coaches to students to friends to students who have become friends. I have everyone on there talking about the transformations that they have gotten with doing things with me, all right? It's not about me, it's about you. It's about your transformation, and I can help you with the experience, to have experiences of how to transform yourself. Are you ready for that? How do we do this? Well, one of the big ways is the accountability factor and the support factor, 2 super important parts of the transformational process. Remember this, right? This beautiful mudra, or position of the hands. It's all about creating a container. And the container that we're creating for this transformation is a mastermind. I've never done a mastermind before. I'm doing this. I've done masterminds on the earth plane because I've created containers where people can connect and create things about transformations they've had in workshops and classes and teachers' trainings. But this is an online so that your inner being can have that support, chalice, community to go through the changes and the wisdom of each other. And I promise you I will check in with it. So creating that, we used to have, our churches, our towns, all these things. This is what made us accountable. And isn't it interesting that now on the internet, you can be anybody you want, you can act like anybody, you can change your name, you can have a completely different identity, and people don't know, or at least for the longest time they don't know. But when you're talking about your inner essence, it's the thing that we know the least about in our life usually. And what happens is you can have everything in your life. You can have tremendous wealth, you can have no wealth. You can have tremendous success, no success. You can have tremendous, wonderful, loving relationships or no relationships. If you aren't connected to you, it all seems hollow and that there's just not enough, right? So what this journey is about is, we talked about the transformation and how the scary part is the journey, right? Going from the known to the unknown. The transformation is how, in that situation, that problem of shifting our behavior, you can have the support that you need and the tools and the techniques that you can actually create the habits that you need to support you and sustain you all the time. Okay, how in the heck do you do that, right? It's a great thing. Somebody was saying in class the other night, how do we know when we're going to have an up-leveled experience of the class? I said, when you make it your own and you start practicing these things in your life. It's not just about when you come to class, but it's about how do you create these in your life. So habits, that's what the basis of this is. How do you create up-leveled habits that support you in the things that you want to transform? If you're saying to yourself, I need to get out of this relationship, I need to get out of this job, I need to, have totally different relationships than I've had, I need to make more money, I need to be happier in my fill in the blank, then this is for you, okay? Because what we're going to do is, in our life, we have created things that supported us at one level. And then we're at another level and they no longer support us. So in the whole yogic philosophy, there is, I know people are saying 21 days now, change a habit in 21 days. And I have to tell you, I'm sorry, no. 40 days to break a habit. Look at our structure in society tells you all about that. 40 weeks to have a baby, 40 years of Jews spent in the desert. Lent is 40 days. So it's 40 days, 40 weeks, 40 years, 40. What do we say? You used to say at 40, you're over the hill. So 40 is a very important number. 40 days to break a habit, 90 days to start creating a new habit, and 120 days to actually have that habit in place, cemented. Not cemented, that's like really but really incorporated into your being, right? So that's what we're going to work with. We're going to work with these structures so that you have tools and you get to put the structures in place and you get to find out. I don't want you to do anything if you don't have the experience. So you will take these tools and techniques, you'll embrace them, and you'll see what the experience is. And if you feel more alive and more energetic and more awake and more luscious and more happy to be alive and in your life, then it's working. And if you don't feel that way, then it's not, okay? I have not met anyone that it doesn't work for. I have met people who say, oh, I love that, it feels so good, and then they never do it again. When you want a transformation, you have to have a consistency, right? There has to be a consistency. You can buy tons of products. You can buy tons of programs. And if they're sitting on your shelf and you're not doing anything, you're not going to have the transformation. So the transformation I'm promising you is that situation that you don't want to drag into 2015 with you, you don't want it anymore. You will be able to transform that situation and probably a whole lot more. There's a domino effect in life. When you have the one thing that really needs to be transformed in your life and you shift it. I heard this great story about this woman who said she wanted to quit smoking, but she only wanted to quit smoking because she wanted to start running, and she knew that she couldn't run a marathon and smoke. Okay. So she started running. Instead of working with the smoking, she started running, and she fell in love with the running so much more, and the smoking just left her. Okay. So whatever the smoking gun is in your life, that relationship, that lack of love or money or wealth or connection, I promise you, if you have any of those, they will be transformed and you will find yourself feeling much more luscious, awake, alive, connected, real. And how this transformation will happen is slowly, working together over this period of time, working with other people so that you feel that you are truly supported and safe, so that you can create the connection to you that is alive and luscious and will make you feel totally transformed. So I only ask you now that you share this with other people, this video, that you go down and you comment on it below. And if you're ready to have a habit leave you, then I will tell you, oh my God, this is the time. And I want to leave you with something that's really super simple that you can do It's the sound Waheguru, right? And Waheguru means, oh my God, the ecstasy that I want you to embrace. And you're just going to do it on the inhale and the exhale. So it's in a whisper. Close your eyes and then do the same thing in the exhale. You're pulling in ecstasy and you're exhaling out that which is the culmination of the darkness and light. Keep doing it. Inhale deeply. I love you. Thank you. Send this around to other people who need that transformation now. And I count on seeing you at video 3 and getting to be with you for the next few months to serve that empowerment of our essence that is all that really matters. It is the only thing that matters right now, forever and ever. Satnam, bless you, love you.